So these are supplies you're going to need for the scarecrow wreath. First, you're going to need the scarecrow like I made in another video. You can look on my channel and find the tutorial on how to make this. If you don't want to make a sign, you can also buy one from Dollar Tree or Walmart or something. Okay, so you're going to need some pipe cleaners, and I have some leftover mesh in gold and yellow, and some of this burlap with some green. And this is, it looks kind of red, but it's like a dark orange and white. I've got some pumpkins from the Dollar Tree and some ribbons I bought from Amazon. And this is just a plain burlap ribbon. These are 2.5 inch, and this one is a 2-inch ribbon. And this one, I believe, is 5/8. And then I have a lot of foliage from Dollar Tree with the sunflowers, some berries, a few acorns in here, and pine cones. And I'm going to use these to embellish it as well. And then I've also cut out a circle of felt so I could put it on the back of the wreath. And I have a wreath form here that I bought. It's a 12-inch wreath form from Amazon. But this particular wreath form has like 7 sections. It's 12-inch, but I think I'm going to use instead this 14-inch from the Dollar Tree. So that's all my supplies. You can pick whatever colors you would like in your wreath for fall, for any of the mesh colors that you prefer. And you'll need a rotary cutter, a ruler, or your mat to measure out your mesh. And you probably need some hot glue because I'm going to glue some of these things on here. Okay, so now we have all of our supplies. There's one more thing you may need. I made the hat to this scarecrow with blue jean fabric that it had, from an old pair of blue jeans. Well, I am going to make another element to put on this wreath that's sort of a surprise that I'll tell you about at the end that you can put on your wreath. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start out with preparing my wreath form. So, cut off my tag. And I'm going to do the pancake method. So, all I need is 12 pipe cleaners. And I'm going to put them on the first two. With the on the crossbar, and then put those towards the middle. And I'm going to put them on each crossbar. You just want to give it a couple little twists and then turn it towards the center. And then I'll go and I'll put it on these last 2 bars here. And then giving it a good twist. And so that's how I'll fix that. I'll do it all the way around. Okay, so I've prepared my wreath form by placing 12 of the pipe cleaners. I got 6 on the bar, on the crossbars, going in towards the middle for the first row, and then 6 in the middle on the outside sections. Okay, so I'm going to do the pancake method, and so I'm going to have to cut all my mesh. I want to show you first that I've cut up all my ribbons. Now this 5/8 inch ribbon is a satin ribbon, so it doesn't have any wiring in it, but I'm going to have it in the middle of all the other wired ribbons. And then I've got these ribbons and these, and then my burlap ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to set all this aside and start to cut my mesh. And what I'm going to do is cut my mesh at 20 inches long. And you're going to need 12 pieces. And I'm just going to eyeball it using my mat. And this mesh is some, cheaper mesh, but using the pancake wreath is going to work because I'll have other mesh on top of this and the ribbons. So you're not going to see, any flaws in it. But it's going to give it a good base. So then what I'll do after I've cut all those, I'm going to cut my gold mesh. I'm going to cut it at 15 inches. And then I'm going to cut this yellow mesh at 15 inches as well. You need, for this wreath, I'm going to use 6 of the gold and 6 of the yellow, and I'm going to alternate them on the 12 bundles of the bottom mesh. Okay. So now I will show you how I fold them to make your bundles. Okay. So you just take the bottom mesh, your base mesh, and you're just going to go start in the center, and you want to just gather it little bits down the center, and just take your time, to try to get it. You want to get it straight as possible down the middle. And then once you've got it like all folded, just take a clip, clothespin, or whatever you have to clip it to hold it like this. And then you'll do the same thing with your top mesh. But first, you'll want to put your pancake, your base. You want to put the first layer on first. So then you just, I'm going to start on the outside. And just place it on. And pull it as tight as you can. Give it a couple of twists. And then you'll overlap it. And this is going to make your wreath bigger. But it's also going to keep it flat so that you can put it in between doors. And this particular wreath, I made the scarecrow face out of wood. So I definitely want to put it in between my doors, and not on the outside, because that way it doesn't get exposed to the weather. Okay. And so I'll just go all the way around, placing all of my bundles. Okay, so now that I have my outside base layer done, I'm going to go ahead and start placing these other mesh on top. And you just go and do the same thing that you did with the base and place them in there. Give it a couple twists, and then take them and layer them on top of each other. So okay, and I'll go next to it and put a gold one. And I'm putting these fairly tight because I want to make sure that they stay. And I'll go next to the gold and put another yellow. Now you can use whatever colors you prefer. I'm just using what I have on hand in fall colors. Making sure I overlap the ends. You can see it makes a pretty big base, you know. If you have a smaller door, you could do a different method so it's not so wide. Let's see, on my mat, it measures out to be probably about 21, 22 inches. Go and do the next gold. Okay, and I'll just finish up the rest of the the base layer with the gold and the yellow, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I've got them all on the base. I know it's rather thin and doesn't look too good right now, but don't worry, it will get better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate my ribbons. I'm going to place the burlap ribbon over the sunflower ribbon, and then one of my satin ribbons. And I cut these, the sunflower ribbon is 11 inches. The burlap ribbon is 9 inches because I only had a certain amount and I wanted to make sure that I had enough for all the bundles. And then the satin ribbon is 10 inches. So I'll just gather it in the middle, pinch it together. I'm going to kind of bend it a little bit. And then I'll go into each bundle. Let's see. I want to put this one in the gold. And I'm just going to this. And then I'll put a piece of burlap over the black and white sunflower bundle. Another one of the satin oranges. Find my center and pinch it together. And I'm going to place this one in the yellow bundle. Okay. And so I'll just alternate like this, back and forth. Okay, so now I'm going to work on these other, the inside pancake. I'm going to make another layer that will go on top here, and then we'll embellish it. Okay, so now that I've got my top layer finished, you can see I used all gold on the top because I ran out of the yellow. But now we can go in and start putting our ribbon bundles on the top into each of the gold mesh, just like I did on the bottom. So I'm going to start with, see, since these two are about the same, I'm going to go in and start on one that is the opposite ribbon. And I'm just going to pinch it in the middle like I did before, bend it a little bit, and then put it inside the twist ties, and the pipe cleaners, and just twist them. And so then I'm going to do the same all the way around. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my twist ties and I'm going to cut them off. So I'll just cut them about an inch from the bottom, and then I'm going to give them a little twist and tuck them underneath so that they're not sticking up. And just push them down and hide them like that, and then go and I'll do the next one, cutting it an inch from the bottom, just giving it a few little twists and tucking it behind. Okay, and so now I'll just flip out my ribbons a little bit more, and then I'll just go to the next one, and I'm going to go all the way around and finish this off. Okay, so I've prepared my sign by putting the pipe cleaners on the back with some hot glue and some felt over it. So I'm letting that dry. And I decided I'm going to put the sunflowers in every other bundle, and then the pumpkins in between. And these pumpkins are clips, so you don't have to hot glue these. But I'm going to hot glue the sunflowers. Just going to put a generous amount, stick them right in between this bundle here. Okay. So then you go and put any other item that you like, but I think I'm going to wait to put the rest of the embellishments till after I put the face on, because I want to make sure that I get the face set in the straight the way I want it first, and then I'll go back and add some other things like maybe some leaves, some berries, and then also have some acorns. So I'm going to wait for my sign to set up and then attach it, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so I'm ready to put on my sign. I decided to give her some pigtails and put some bows in her hair. But this isn't the surprise that's coming, so be prepared for that one. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and put her, I took my pumpkins off so that I wouldn't, have more room to put the sign on, and then I'll reattach them. So just going to take it. I went ahead and I was going to do 3, but I did 4. So I want to make sure that it stays on there good. So I think I'm going to go put the bottom in first. You just want to put it through the mesh. It's in the middle, and then find the wire form. And I'm just going to place that down in here. And I'll turn it over. And pull these both underneath the wire here. pull it too hard just yet. I'm gonna just twist it a little bit and then turn it back over, and I'll put the other wires through as well. You might have to dig through all that mesh that's in the middle to pull it down. But you won't see all that anyway, so if you need to move it out of the way, you can move it. And turn it over and see. Check for placement. Here, just a little bit more. Okay, so now for the surprise embellishment. I decided that if I'm going to make a scarecrow quilt, a scarecrow wreath, that she's going to need some legs and some hands. So I made these out of the extra blue jean fabric that I had, and I'm just going to attach these here with some zip ties. That's why I made them longer. And I'll zip tie that to the ring, the outer ring on the wreath form. And then I'll glue, with some hot glue, glue the hand down. And then I'll do the same thing with the legs. I'm going to attach them with some zip ties. Like so. So this is really large, and I'll have to do this off camera. But then I'll show you. I'll hang it up, and I'll show you what it looks like. And also, if you want to learn how to make these, the hands and the legs, leave me a comment in the comments below, and let me know if you want me to make a tutorial on how to do that. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments below. And check out these other two videos that I've made. See you soon. Bye.